Why are so many Christians not happy? What's happening to them? Why do we not see much change anymore in our people, our communities, despite the fact that we have more churches, more conferences today than ever before? Is it possible that some spiritually transmitted disease has seeped into the church, sucked up the people's joy, and replaced it with some sort of toxic faith? What do I mean by toxic faith? Toxic faith is unhealthy thinking in church people that negatively impact our behavior. Toxic faith is what you get when you have misguided or misdirected faith. Several things can happen when people have toxic faith. First, people place their faith in others, such as other people or their work or their worldly systems, rather than place their faith in God. In our church culture, it usually happens like this. God gives a vision. A pastor or leader catches that vision. He then or she shares it with the people. And at the point where the vision becomes the pastor's or leader's vision instead of God's vision, that's when things start to go awry. Jesus warned us of toxic faith. It was so important that the book of Revelations is dedicated to telling the churches about toxic faith. Exposing toxic faith in the 7 churches in the book of Revelations, the Apostle John, under the power of the Holy Spirit, writes what happens when Christians develop toxic faith. Why did God use the book of Revelation to sternly warn us against toxic faith? Toxic faith is the root cause of what spiritually transmitted diseases are in the church, STDs. It is so important to guard our hearts against toxic faith and spiritually transmitted disease, STDs, because it is the last thing that God reveals to us in the Bible before Christ's return to judge the world. Thank you for joining me in this video. I'm Merle Ray, the Brilliance Coach. As a professional business strategist and consultant for over 20 years in corporate America, and as an author, publisher, speaker, and licensed minister for many years in faith-based circles, I get to work with wonderful people just like you who are wanting to keep growing and triumphing in your personal, business, and faith lives. Give yourself an hour with God, walking through His transformational journey for your life each day. Let me be your supportive co-partner as you take note of what God is saying and doing and what He's placed on your heart each day. Post on my private forum or send me an email to let me and my team of prayer warriors know how you're doing. We want to be a blessing to you as you continue to walk out your transformational journey, whether it's at home, work, church, or throughout life. And while you're here, act now to continue the journey working with me. I'll provide supportive feedback, suggestions, ideas, and techniques based on what it is you want to explore while working together. Get ahead now, enjoy this video, and when you're done, make a decision to work with me to improve or expand your business, ministry, online platform, book writing, coaching, or transformational program, as well as your faith walk. Click on one of the buttons on this page.